let's listen to a little Yes. How you doing, guys? I hope that you're doing well. Thank you as always so much for being here. We're going to listen to a little bit of Yes. They're just one of those bands that I'll kind of always come back to, you know? Yes makes me feel good. I hope that Yes makes you feel good. I was going to say on this cold and rainy day, on which it is for me, but maybe it's warm and sunny where you are. I have cold coffee too, and there's not much left. I got cold coffee on a rainy day, which honestly sounds like a really good, like, folk song. That sounds good. Anyways, we're gonna listen to the song "Every Days." I don't know why I'm ranting so much. This is, of course, off of "Time in a Word," which was released in 1970. It's actually really, really impressive. Perhaps kind of underrated, maybe more overshadowed by their later works. But so far, this has been hitting all the right marks. I'm really enjoying this. So let's continue on and see where this goes. Let's us move forward into "Every Days."
Look at the sad goodbyes. Every day's a killing time. Sun coming up outside. No man born this time. Saturday's child stays home. Nothing to say. So long. Well, well, well. Another day. Well, well, well. Another grocery store, $10. Just making change for plastic cherries. Up in a tree, jaybird. Looking at me, no word. Everyone looks, we can't see. We can't be ignored easily. Well, 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 another day. Well, 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 another day. Soft within the wayward things, like ecstasy. The sound of trees, most anything. What a baby sees. place out of sight. Old woman there with red shoes. 1 million balloons, all used. Drive over hills, forget your fear. Getting it out of second gear. Well, 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 another day. Well, 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 another day. Well, 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 another day. Well, 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 another day.
No. 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 I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Why, however many years I've been doing this channel, forever many years I've been doing this channel, been recommended, Close to the Edge and Relayer and Going for One. Listen, those are all monumental albums. Duh. Heaps and heaps of praise upon them. Why, maybe I just didn't realize it. Why has this song never been recommended to me? This is honestly, on first listen, this is, can I say, one of the best Yes songs I've heard? Am I allowed to say that on a first listen? This early? This early on? Is that okay? I'll listen to this every day. The Jazz Lounge version of John. What? That was great. Kay's organ is stupendous throughout this piece. The hi-hat work, you love to hear that. So crisp, so precise. I love that. Tip-tapping our way into the middle section, which burns everything away that we just heard, tosses it in the trash can, comes back with this just like dynamic and progressive rock break that wonderfully mixes guitar and the orchestra. I really like how that's done. Organ goes off, Kay, once again, doing his thing. Peter on the guitar, by the way. Bruford and Squire are such a joy to listen to. And then we back down into the Jazz Lounge atmosphere that we first left. We go into the recycle bin and we pull it back out, uncrumple the paper, and we go through that just a little bit more. This is one of the best Yes songs that I've heard, at least on a first listen. This is a great album. This is a really, really good album. How interesting, though, is it to hear John singing in this kind of, to me, it is very jazzy, right? You could see John and the band, and instead of maybe what they would typically wear at this time, they're dressed to the nines. Suit, shades. There's a saxophonist somewhere. Not in the song, but there's a saxophonist somewhere. The lights are blue. The lights are low. There's romantic couples at the tables in front. And then they begin. Like a Billie Holiday kind of presentation. Wow. This was really, really, really good. I really enjoyed this song. Like I said, maybe I've missed it, but this should have been one of the first songs from Yes recommended to me. Wow.
Just making change for plastic
Love the light
chairs.
echoes of guitar.
I've been a tree jaybird.
That's so
Look at
cool.
me, no word. Everyone looks.
I really like when John's singing in his lower range. He sounds fantastic.
We can be ignored easily.
There's a slight rasp in his voice. Light pickup. Add to the bounce, and then we switch. The hi-hat is used to switch into this part. Get a few hits in before the main rhythm section begins. And this is just It's like they switched from this cool and calm jazz lounge into this. This is just how I see it. Into like what do they call it? Like a sock hop kind of kind of party. This is like the New Year's party. Like everyone was just dancing and having a great time. Wow. Listen to Groove Freak. Listen to this melody. Oh yeah. Kay gets in here with the orchestra that hits return heavier and harder than before. And and then Peter goes off right there. And even though it gets a lot heavier, it still retains that jazz atmosphere that they built. It just changes it. Perhaps from a cool and calm and collected part of jazz into more of almost like their interpretation of a big band kind of jazz with a huge amount of swing. Oh, man. That's good. Let's talk about the lyrics, though. Look at the sad goodbyes. Every days are killing time. Sun coming up outside. No men are born this time. Saturday's child stays home. Nothing to say. So long. Well, 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 another day. Well, 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 another day. So he's talking about, I would imagine, just killing time when you have time. He says every days are killing time. Sun coming up. No men are born this time. Child stays home. Nothing to say. So long. I think, at least in a sense, it's just talking about making the most of your time. Grocery store, $10, just making change for plastic cherries. Up in a tree, Jaybird looking at me, no word. Everyone looks, we can't see. We can't be ignored easily. The mundane things of going through the day. Going to the grocery store, buying plastic cherries. Some of those cherries do taste a little plastic, you gotta be honest. There's Jaybird up in a tree. Talking about Sting, looking at me, no word. Soft within the wayward things, like ecstasy. The sound of trees, most anything what a baby sees. Being caught up in the busyness of life, as an adult, you forget about the simple things. What a baby sees. What does a baby see and what does a baby enjoy? The sound of trees, like ecstasy. Beautiful face, all right, many a place out of sight. Old woman there with red shoes. 1 million balloons all used. Drive over hills, forget your fear, getting it out of second gear. I like the line 1 million balloons all used. Balloons, obviously when they're inflated, are just one of those things that I think no matter your age, they kind of bring you a little spark of joy. But he says now they're all used. Drive over hills, forget your fear, getting it out of second gear. Get out of the rut that you're stuck in. Don't be afraid to turn up the gear. If you have a goal, what's stopping you from attaining it? Okay, now that you know what's stopping you from attaining it, how can you remove that wall? How can you remove that barrier? Don't let every day pass without some sort of betterment in your life. At least that's, in a way, what I think he's saying, or hinting at least. Fantastic track. Let me know what you guys thought. I think this is one of the best things I've heard recently. Wow. Follow me in a bunch of places. Support the channel on Patreon if you've enjoyed the videos. Have a wonderful one. Hopefully this made your day. I thought this was, man, let's add it. I'm gonna add this to my playlist. But this album's hitting. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.